talk about using CapCut to edit your videos. And there's a couple of reasons you may want to use CapCut. If you, one, want to edit your video inside CapCut, then you don't have to worry about removing watermarks when you're repurposing to other platforms. Two, a lot of people find it easier to edit in CapCut as well. And CapCut has a desktop app. They also have a mobile app. So for the purpose of this video, I'm on the desktop app. It looks a lot different, okay? A lot different than the mobile. But either way, I'm gonna just walk you through some best practices. Under this video, I'll have a link with a CapCut link that you can use to, I believe you get half off Pro if you want the Pro version. It's like $10 a month maybe. A lot of things you can do with the free, so you might not even need that. I recently upgraded just because I use it so much at this point. It's worth it for my business, but totally up to you. I'm also going to link a Reels guide that was created by Gina, who is a CapCut freaking pro, if I must say so myself. And if you're really looking at, how do you batch create better? How do you use CapCut to the fullest? I'm going to link a guide below to check out her Reels guide because it is insane. And I'm so impressed with everything that she's been able to do in CapCut. So you can go as deep as you want into this, but let's look at how to use it and some best practices for it. So I uploaded a quick 8-second clip that I recorded on my phone, and I'm going to drag it to here. Okay. Cause this is where we're going to do our actual editing. A couple things that I recommend when we're looking at editing is, unless you have a ton of movement in the video, which this one has a good amount, I like to clip it in like 2 or 3 second intervals to keep people's attention. So what I mean by that is, okay, so this first little half probably isn't, look at me. Oh my gosh, I look like a cow. Okay. So I'm probably going to start right here. Okay. And what I would do is I'm just going to clip it. So I'm actually going to split the video there, and I'm going to take out this section. For most of my reels on Instagram, I stick around 5 seconds long. Okay. Unless there's a ton of storytelling or something that's going to keep people's attention. So between 4 and 5 seconds. TikTok, you never want to go less than 6 seconds. They actually do not push out videos that are 5 seconds long. So make sure you keep that in mind. If you are editing for 2 platforms at once, you might want to stick with 7 seconds. Okay. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to clip just some really small areas to keep people's attention. So maybe I'll clip it here, and then I'm going to shave a little bit off. And I'm watching the time here as I do it, okay? Then let's see. I got a little movement here. So I'll clip it again, and I'm going to shave a little bit off. And then I'm about 6 seconds, so I want to shave about another second off. So I am going to split it again. I'm about 5.13 seconds. So I'm going to remove me stopping the camera. Okay, so let's watch this video. Okay, and we're at 4.05 seconds. So that's good for me. Between 4 and 5 seconds is where I like to stay. Now, you can add effects, adjustments, all of these things up here. So a lot of times with my videos, I like to do a darker overlay so that the writing is in white. Totally your call, depending on what you want to use. But I like to use this low key. So apply this to the video. I should have applied it to the whole video before I started. Sorry. Okay. And for this, I'm actually going to make this like a 3.5 second video. I'm going to remove a little bit more of, there we go. I want it to end where I'm smiling. So I've got the dark color because I'm going to make all of the text in white. And so I'm going to pull up and show you. Okay. Now we want to add text. So you could do one of two things. You could take the video out of CapCut just like this and add text in the platform. Or if you are wanting to go ahead and add the text in CapCut, you absolutely can. So you can use default text. You can adjust the text however you want. So if I wanted to do like point of view, let's see, let me pull up today's reel. Okay, so I've got point of view, you go all in on building your personal brand 2 years ago after leaving your 9-to-5 with no backup plan. And now you're booking vacations while on vacation because of the multi-six-figure business you've built and your rinse and repeat content strategies. I'm going to say rinse and repeat sales system. All right. So obviously this is, this applies to my business, right? So we want to make sure this text is on the screen and we want to fit it. Right now it doesn't fit. You can see. So I'm going to okay, we're getting closer. I'm going to pull this in a little bit. You'll have to play with it and adjust. Okay. I honestly find it a lot faster to just add my text in Instagram or TikTok if I'm using CapCut. Okay. Personally, that's just me, but I wanted to show you this just so that you can see. Okay. All right. So we've got, moving the video. We've got our text. All right. It's white. A lot of times I will add a shadow behind it. You can add colors, you can add fonts, all of these things. Like there's so much you can do here in CapCut. But this tends to have a better result than Canva when it comes to editing outside of the platform. Okay. It just tends to have a much better result. Some other things you'll want to consider is making sure that you're using fonts that are legible. I do not recommend using fonts that people can't read. I would personally stick with the basic font. And then another thing to consider is transitions. So I would be careful with transitions. If they're too, bouncing around too much, then you're just going to end up confusing people and it's not easy on the eye, right? Some other things you can do, I like to color in certain words to make them pop. So my rinse and repeat sales system, maybe I want to make that yellow, right? You can see it's yellow here. But it has a blue background. I definitely don't want that. So let's see. So once you have the video where you want it, you can export it easily. Now, the beauty of this is you can export it directly to TikTok, okay? I am not doing that just because I am going to actually add a trending audio to it. So I'm not exporting this directly into TikTok right now. Now, if you go back to media, let's see, spaces, okay. Now, here is the beauty of it. So once you have this video done and you've got this B-roll clip and you've got the font that you like, you can duplicate this. I could use the same clip, change the text, and use the same B-roll video over and over and over again. So it's kind of beautiful the way that you can do it, because it really does allow you to, one, you'll have hundreds of B-roll clips in here and you'll never have to worry about, do I have, footage again? And then two, it allows you to maintain brand consistency with your fonts, your colors, all of that. So again, I learned a lot of this from Gina. I'm going to link that below for you because it was exceptional. If you really are wanting to like master CapCut, master batch content creation, she posts 3 reels a day, every single day, and she creates them all at one time. 10 out of 10 recommend checking out her reels guide.